Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hillary. Thank you for joining me. Okay, I have a little bit of a different topic that I want to share with you all. Some may find this interesting, some of you might not. That's okay. We are all able to have our own opinions and thoughts regarding controversial topics and whatnot. So I'm here to report on one of those topics. I am taking this article off of a very amazing web source, political source called CatholicVote.org. It's basically a Catholic organization that is very, very well versed and well intertwined within the political world. They come out with amazing articles. You can read them if you're Catholic or not. Like, that's not really the basis of what they're about. They're basically just trying to do what we're doing here and just spread the truth for the government, for the United States. And obviously they take a more conservative approach. But anyways, let me just get into this article that I'm going to read through. It's a short, quick one. This is talking about a bill or an act that I'm sure many of us are aware of right now that has been spoken about. So let me just get right into this. Okay, if you've heard of EWTN, this is from a tweet that EWTN News Nightly tweeted out at Joe Biden, actually. At Joe Biden's proposed Equality Act has pro-life groups and many physicians concerned. It will force doctors to perform procedures, including abortion, that violate their conscious rights. White House correspondent asked the press secretary about that today, and in this article I'm going to relay what she had to say and then get into a little bit of the nitty-gritty behind the Equality Acts and basically how it is undermining a doctor's oath of, if they don't feel comfortable doing something, they have the right to say no. This is kind of going through all that stuff. Okay, so the Equality Act could force doctors to perform abortions. The White House refused to deny that the Equality Act's pregnancy discrimination clause would require doctors to perform abortions, sex change operations, or sterilizations. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki offered no reassurances Tuesday when EWTN White House correspondent Owen Jensen asked if the Equality Act would violate doctors' conscience rights. Pro-life groups right now are very concerned about the phrase pregnancy discrimination in the Equality Act, Jensen said, that it would force doctors to perform abortions even if it violates their conscience, basically if it violates their personal beliefs or their religious beliefs. There are also concerns the bill would force doctors to perform gender transition surgeries and sterilizations again, even if it violates their conscience, he continued. What does President Biden say about those concerns? Psaki simply responded that Biden is a long supporter of Roe v. Wade. It has been his consistent belief that should be law, and he will fight to continue to protect that as being law. When Jensen asked if Biden will keep the Conscience and Religious Freedom Division in place at the Department of Health and Human Services to receive conscience complaints from those doctors, Psaki quipped, "You'll have to talk to a future secretary, Xavier Becerra, once he's confirmed." If you haven't kept up with that dilemma as well, Becerra is someone that if you come from a religious background or a Catholic conservative background, you should be raising some questions regarding what he is going to be putting into the Department of Health and Human Services and things that he will be changing. The Conscious and Religious Freedom Division, established by President Donald Trump, is an office within the Health and Human Services Department. Xavier Becerra, an ardent promoter of abortion, is the Biden administration's nominee for Secretary of the department. As Catholic Vote has reported, there are growing bipartisan concerns over the sweeping changes to American law found in the Equality Act. Feminist groups warn it would spell the end of women's rights in America. Conservative groups concur and also warn of the legislation's explicit self-exemption from the requirements of the Religious Freedom Restoration Act. In addition, pro-life groups are raising alarms about the Equality Act's inclusion of language designed to squash conscientious objections from doctors with medical or faith-based oppositions to abortion or transgender medicine. Psaki's deferral to the judgment of Xavier Becerra would represent a subtle warning to those expressing these concerns. Becerra is a longtime opponent of faith organizations such as Little Sisters of the Poor, whom he once brought to court over their faith objection to a federal mandate that would have required them to provide contraceptive and abortifacient drugs to their employees. Catholic Vote has launched a petition last month against Becerra's confirmation, which also pointed out the former Attorney General's aggressive litigation against pro-life journalist David Daleiden, who uncovered Planned Parenthood's trafficking in unborn human body parts. Do you guys remember hearing about that? That was all over the media. That was super, super tough time to, if you stumbled upon any of those videos, it's gut-wrenching. All right, the Senate has not yet decided when to take up action on the Equality Act, but President Biden has urged them to swiftly pass the legislation. The Senate Finance Committee is set to vote Wednesday morning on whether to confirm Xavier Becerra as Secretary of Health and Human Services. So if you haven't heard much about this, you can go to CatholicVote.org, read more about it, sign the petition against Becerra's confirmation if this is something that you believe in or that you have strong feelings for. Thank you guys for listening to this topic today. I really appreciate it. Once again, I'm just trying to report on the things that nobody is really saying out there. Just trying to get a different perspective out here to you guys. I really appreciate you guys listening, and I look forward to speaking with you all soon. Thank you.